what is happening to the blokes and why are we leaving the workforce in such massive numbers?
The number of independent women is on the rise in America, but what about the missing men?
Men have been steadily dropping out of the workforce, especially men aged 25 to 54, who are often considered to be in their prime working years. As of August 2024, 13.7% of prime-age men were not working, compared to just 7.2% in 1954.
More men in their prime working years are neither working nor looking for jobs. Today, 7.2 million men have essentially dropped out of the workforce. Britain records the biggest jump in male worklessness in the entire G7. And don't forget, this is a period of long-term decline with the men, especially with those aged between 25 to 54, considered to be in their prime working years. So, why is this happening? And what can be done to fix this problem? What's up everybody, my name is AJ. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe down below. Let's get into it. According to this article from the Bureau of Labour Statistics, nearly half of all prime-age men not in the workforce are citing obsolete skills, lack of education, or poor work history as reasons preventing them from working. But within that, there is one glaringly obvious reason as to why so many men are dropping out or not actually entering the workforce, and that is because salaries are decreasing. Just have a read of this. Non-college educated men have seen their pay shrink by more than 30% since 1980 compared to the average earnings of all other prime-age workers. Their weekly earnings have declined 17%. While those of college-educated men rose by 20% adjusting for inflation. That earnings loss has caused a decline in their social status, prompting them to walk away from work entirely. So essentially, those that haven't gone to college have seen their salaries decrease, whereas those that have gone to college have seen their salaries increase. Now, if the current system is saying young men need to go to college in order to land a job that will give them a great salary, but they've got to embroil themselves in thousands of pounds worth of debt first to get that college degree. That doesn't seem to me to be an example of a system working properly. That to me seems more like a heinous and intimidating system designed to keep you down and trapped in debt for God knows how long, maybe even for the rest of your life. And with a system where it says you have to go to college to get a great job at the end of it and a good salary, you've got to remember we're not all the same. You know, regardless of if you're a man or a woman. Some people are academically blessed and decide to go down the academic routes. Other people are not. Other people may be better with their hands, or they may be better setting up businesses, they may be better as content creators. Not all of us are designed to go to university. And this is the lasting flaw of the education system, because it doesn't account for those that are not academically blessed. Everything, if you imagine the school system, what is it designed to help you do? It's designed and set up to help you go to university. And if you're not clever enough or smart enough to go to university, what do the teachers do? I very rarely see much in terms of curriculum saying, okay, you're not designed for the academic route. What else can we get you into? Can we get you into a handyman type of job? Can we get you into content creation? This is where the curriculum needs changing, and this is where the education system needs a massive overhaul. You know, if you can't teach these young men knowledge from a book to set them up for the academic routes, well then what other skills can you teach them? What entrepreneurship skills can you teach them? What plumbing skills can you teach them? What handyman, tradesman skills can you teach them? This is the kind of route we need to go down, so we start paying attention to those that are not designed to go to university. And this is going off on a tangent a little bit, but clips like this certainly don't help either.
So there's this clip going viral online of a dozen women being asked the following question: do we need men? Most answered very quickly, no. And only one said she thought women needed a man in their lives, only one. But when men were asked a similar question, do we need women, most of them said yes. So why do you think that is?
Because men are useless.
I mean, that's just pure ignorance. What the hell is that all about? And the fact that mental health problems are now a growing concern for many men, talking in those kind of terms about treating men as useless is such an awful thing to do. We're not all useless. We're human beings, like you. And I'd prefer it if you didn't beat us all with the same brush to say every single man on this planet is useless. Would you say that to your father? Would you say that to your granddaddy? Would you say that to your son? I don't think so. Now coming back to the crux of this video. Why are so many young men leaving the workforce? Well, put simply, wages are too low, and the workloads are too high. Coupled with recent rampant inflation levels and an insane cost of living crisis, it doesn't necessarily provide the best environment to go looking for work right now. And the consequences of so many men leaving the workforce or not even entering the workforce could be catastrophic. Economic decline. The most immediate and obvious consequence of any man leaving the workforce is economic decline. Fewer workers means less productivity, which in turn slows economic growth. That decline will impact everyone, which will lead to reduced standards of living and a weaker economy. Absolutely correct. And if there was ever an excuse for the government to start investing in the futures of young men, it's right now. Because fewer people in the workforce means fewer taxes for you. Strain on infrastructure. Men have traditionally dominated the trades roles that are crucial for maintaining our infrastructure. As more men leave these professions, we face a shortage of skilled labour to keep our roads, buildings and utilities functioning. This gap can lead to deteriorating infrastructure and increased costs for the maintenance and repairs. If you've got seasoned veterans dropping out of the workforce altogether, you're going to need to train new people up, but how long is that going to take? The existing infrastructure may not last the duration of the training program, so you've got to create a favourable environment to get existing tradesmen back into the workforce. Inflation and money printing. With fewer people contributing to the economy, governments may resort to printing more money to meet financial obligations. But this practice can lead to inflation, decreasing the value of the money and increasing the cost of goods and services. The cycle of inflation can create financial instability, affecting everyone from consumers to businesses. This ties back into the salary point, doesn't it? If the value of the money is going down and the cost of goods and services is going up, what do we need to do? People need to earn more money to afford the same goods and services they were accessing before, so wages cannot continue falling. They need to start increasing to counteract this inflation. Reduced welfare funds. Ironically, while some men leave the workforce and rely on welfare, their departure reduces the tax base that funds these programs. With fewer contributors, the sustainability of welfare programs comes into question. As the number of beneficiaries increases and the number of contributors decreases, then the strain on these programs grows, potentially leading to reduced benefits for those in need. Again, that's simple economics. Fewer people in work, fewer taxes for the government, less money allocated towards helping those in need through various charitable programs. These are just some of the consequences, but we're already feeling some of these effects in society today. Take a listen.
Ro and I met at Empire Metal, a fabrication and finishing shop in Queens, New York, and where, much like manufacturing shops nationwide, finding skilled workers like these is a growing challenge.
We have more jobs than we have people for, about 1.5 jobs for every one worker.
Jay Timmons, who leads the National Association of Manufacturers, describes all this as a profound problem for the companies he represents.
99.9% of them will say that their number one challenge right now is being able to fill those open jobs.
So you are here as a representative of more than 14,000 manufacturers in these United States. And the number one problem for 99 out of 100 of them is filling jobs.
Yeah. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Increase the salaries and make the environment more friendly and more attractive for prime age and non-prime age working men. If we can get people back involved in the workforce because we offer more incentives, more benefits, and a better environment for them to thrive and develop their careers, then everybody can win. And I'm sorry to come back to that clip of that woman from The View, but let's also stop demonizing blokes, please, because I reiterate the point, we're also human beings. And not all of us are as bad as some people may think we are, okay? Not all of us are cut from the same cloth. Many of us are just good, honest people who want to go about our lives and live a good life. Some of whom are bad, rotten apples, and we should just ignore and get rid of them altogether. But don't beat us all with the same brush, because that's not who we are. There's no reason we can't all work together and make positive change happen together. So let's go ahead and make it happen. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. What do you think of the whole situation with more men dropping out of the workforce altogether? And what are the reasons behind it? I'll be returning soon with some more content, but until then, stay safe, stay blessed, stay free. Have a drink on me. And I'll see you all real soon. Take care.